Hello, everybody. It's Annette Green with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and welcome. I am ready. I am fully into fall at this point, and I'm super excited to share my brand new release here in November, and it's called Whispers of Nature, which is very appropriate for me because I love nature. I'm a nature girl. Els gives me all kinds of creative freedom when I want to design a new collection, and we knew this was going to be right up my alley. So I'm very excited to share with you. So we're going to get right into it. Let's do a little screen share here. I've got lots and lots of samples to share with you. So what I want to do is kind of go through, I'll show you a few samples with the collection pieces, but the one to stick around for after I go through all of these is this little TN here, because this is a really good example of every single piece of the release in this little TN. It's my little nature TN. So stick with me for that. And then I have all kinds of other samples to show you and photos from the team who were not able to send me actual samples, but they sent me beautiful photos. All right, so let's get right into it. This first one is called Birds and Dwellings. It's number 2197, and you can see here we have 4 different styles of birds: bird cage, bird house, different little tiny flower options. We have different options for the center of the birdhouse and some little kind of branches, little twig things there. You can see all the pieces and parts, and there's your little parts to your different birds. And you can see that it's nice because we have 2 birds that are going to be facing one way and the other 2 this way, and they're very similar. So you can make a cardinal look like a blue jay, or any indescript sort of bird that you want to make. So there's that one, and I just want to show you a few things first, and that is the birdhouse has some different options. So when you just die cut it, of course, it's just a birdhouse shape, and there are some scored lines that you probably can't see on camera here, but that's just some vertical lines to kind of indicate some wood. So when you start to ink on that, if that's how you want to do it, then you would get something like this. Now I have enhanced those lines for our little video today so you can see it, but I've added some soft marker in the vertical lines there. So you can definitely do that. And then you'll see we have a texture stamp coming up where you can stamp the wood grain. And this is the birdhouse fully assembled. So you have the option of the heart for the hole or the circle for the hole, just like the packaging. And then you got your little rooftop and your little ledge. So that's very fun. And then, of course, we've got the bird cage and the birds. And let me tell you, my design team must have really liked this set, because I would say almost all the samples, most of the samples had the birds. So they're very fun to play with. And the bird cage is very delicate and beautiful and so fun to decorate with those little flowers and leaves. So this is by Anita. And then this one is also from Anita, just to kind of show you a different option. She did the bird cage first, and then she did the house, and she's got it on this tree stump, which we'll get to, and the branches and these other flowers, but really sweet, her little cardinals there. Okay, so that's the first one. Now we have 2198 mushrooms and tree stumps. That's what I mentioned before. So we've got all these fun little things to play with. We got some morel mushrooms, some whatever you want them to be mushrooms, branches, leaves, and your big cross section of a tree trunk, and then your little tree stump that you just saw. So very fun to play with all these pieces and parts. And at the end of the video, I'm going to do a demo with this set. So if you want to stick around for that and see how everything comes together, that's a fun one. Grab just a few samples of that one. This is from Jacqueline, and what she has done here is made a cute little shaker with some little beads in there. She's used some older things as far as the postage stamp die, but she's just added those little leaves. She's enhanced some different spots in here with the little leaves from that set. Easy embellishment. And then this one is from Anita. Little note. This could be popped on the front of a notebook or into a planner page. She's got the cross section there and the 2 mushrooms, which she just does a great job shading and coloring, so pretty. And there's those corners. We're going to talk about those leaf corners in a minute. And then this one is also from Anita, where she's used those mushrooms and the birds and a frame that you're going to see in a minute to make a cute either planner page or the front of a card. And one more. This is a tag that I made. And you'll see that tree in just a minute, and we'll talk about some of these other things. So I'll hold on to this one for a minute, but I've got those mushrooms and the leaves down on the bottom of this big, beautiful tag. This is one of Esther's dies, this tag. Okay, so I'll put that over there so I don't forget about that one. Next up is Happy Banners, because I feel like you can use this for sure. This is definitely an everyday element that you can use all the time throughout the year. So you will see where we have made these into fall or Christmas or just plain springy, pretty banners. So I feel like that's a staple item we're all going to have. And the fun thing about this one is we don't just have the banners, but we have all the little pieces separate if you want to do some layering, which you'll see in some of the samples, really fun ideas that the team came up with. So a little quick example of that would be this little card. This is using my Harmonious Hodgepodge paper, but so many of the samples are either using this paper or the new Beautiful Bounty. So it's a nice mix, and this does show you how you can use any paper that you want and any time of the year. So this would be a really nice Valentine's card or anything you want it to be. And then the little insets of the hearts there, those are definitely part of the die set. Like I showed you, all the little hearts. And so what's also great about those little bits is it's perfect for little shaker cards and stuff. So there's that one. Let's see, I just kind of, when I do things like that, I take my alcohol markers and some soft finish white, and I just scribble a patch of color and cut them out like a whole bunch at a time like that. So it's super handy and easy. And then, of course, this will be great for a Christmas planner page or a Christmas card. These are all those little Christmas lights, and I put a little shine of white with a white gel pen to dress those up. So that's fun. Okay, and then next up are the Forest Friends and Frame. This is a favorite of mine too, and you just saw it on that big tag. So let's go back to that. So we've got a big tall tree, a smaller tree, some florals here and leafy things, and then you've got your elk, your bear, your teeny little fawn, and a deer, and then there's that frame we just saw from Anita, and then those corners. So very fun set to play with and layer and color for sure. The samples with this one are beautiful. I can't wait to share all those. But definitely you can see that big tree is back there. Those florals are back there. And then we'll talk about this in a minute and this. Okay, so that one's done. And then we have, of course, we had to have another Everyday Words. This is Everyday Words 4. I just keep building because I feel like there's always some words we need. And the team was very helpful to make that, connection over to more words that we needed with words we already had. So we had the word your, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, but we didn't have a lot of words that went with that. So now we do. We have beautiful. We have amazing, super, things like that. And then, of course, we have wonderful words for any time of the year or for Christmas, as you'll see. Season's greetings, peace, hope, faith, and joy. Love and loved. You're loved. You're super. Those, you can use your with that as well. Many blessings, and the word heartfelt. So that's great. And you'll see that on a lot of samples coming up. Okay, now one more die set, but this one is bundled with a stamp set, which, we all love that because you always want something to help you cut things out that are a little bit delicate. So this one is CSD, because it's a stamp and die combo, CSD 384. Small doilies and tabs, stamp and die set. Okay, so we have these really pretty round doilies. We have oval ones, different sizes. We have all the months of the year in a really pretty font that I'll show you on a sample in a moment. And we've got sweet and love. And then we've got this really fun mason jar, a ball jar, which I thought was sort of universal, but the Dutch girls on my team were like, what do we do with that? So we talked about it, and everybody got some really nice samples put together. So in the die set, you have 2 tab options, and those are specially designed to fit those stamped months, which you'll see in my planner I'm going to show you. There's the jar for cutting out the ball jar. We have some different size ovals for cutting away either the outside or inside of those oval doilies. And then we've got 3 pretty small circle doily options, and then this decorative one. Again, the samples will speak for themselves. Okay, second stamp set is CS385. Are these in order? Make sure. Yes. Flowers and nature. I'm a big fan of the dictionary, so now we have the dictionary definition for nature. So that's a nice big background stamp you'll see in the samples. And then we've got all these wonderful words in here with this nice typewritten font. I know the glare is hard here, sorry. Natural beauty, happy in nature, wonder, bliss, wander, delight, explore, notes, journal, fresh air, sunshine, joy, journey, nature, and peaceful. Some of the best words out there, right? And so we've got these beautiful flowers, 2 different sets of bouquets there, hand-drawn by me. And then we've got a little cluster of strawberries and flowers and leaves, 2 little teeny tiny butterflies, no dies with those, and 2 teeny tiny little bees, of course. Okay, so there's that one. And then we have Playful Textures, CS386. These are so fun, and I felt like this is definitely a staple item we're all going to want to have, because sometimes you have something and you just needs a little texture to it or a little background treatment or something like that. This is where it's going to be perfect. We've got teeny little polka dots. We've got like a wood grain. We've got some kind of scruffy, grungy lines here. This one is all speckly and almost like stone. This one is like cracks. It's cool. You wait till you see something. And then this one is more of a crosshatch, like a grid. So super, super fun on those. Okay, so let me put that aside. We'll come back to that in just a minute. But let me show you my little nature TN. Because again, this utilizes everything in the collection. So you can see right away, I have used David's little, his dies for the art journals to use these little tab pages and the beautiful bounty paper, but you can see I've stamped all the little tabs with all those words in that set that I showed you. Made a little pocket from one of David's dies, but there's the little tab, the fold over tab, which you can use on the top of a tag or on the edge of the pages. And we'll just kind of flip through, and I'll hold this up a little bit closer. And I've gone through everything. I've named everything for you, but just so you can put a visual with a lot of those. Sometimes I've pulled in some of my postage stamp frames, but there's those happy banners and our little bear here. This is going to be great for all my nature pictures I like to take. There's the little tree stump and the oval from the oval doily die, the large one. That's a great little, almost like a cabinet card treatment, and I just had one here. Yeah, so I wanted to show you that, how you can make your own cabinet card and put it into either your planner, your journal, scrapbook page, and pop a little photo behind there. So that's always something fun you can do, and that's the plan here. I've left it open at the top to slide a photo. There's that kind of earthy picture frame and the word peace and some greenery there. A couple of pretty photo mats, but there's those corners from that one set that had the decorative corner options. There are the stamped flowers, just tone on tone, like a brown on tan, and then cut out. Of course, I fussy cut them myself. I don't mind that. And then our little tree cross section there and the word peaceful. And there's our tree again with our little deer and some leaves. And then there's those beautiful stamped ovals with the matching dies. Cut out the outside and the inside, and you can pop a photo in there. Beautiful blessings. Nice little treatment here with the florals and my little stamped bee and butterfly. There's a little cardinal. More of those stamped flowers, this time colored in, put into the ball jar, and there's the strawberries. Just some little accents on the page here with the little leaves. And there's the birdhouse. Anita and I must have had the same idea with putting the birdhouse on the tree stump. I just did that, and then I saw her sample. I was like, oh, cool. So there we go with little flowers and things adorning it. There's that frame again with some little leaves and berries. And then just in the corners here, those tiny little circular doilies with some leaves. There's the bird in the cage flowers, the branch. I love the cage hanging from the branch. And then we got your little flowers on this one over here. And the word love down here, which does have a die with the stamp, as you saw, and then some leaves and flowers up here to decorate that corner. And there's some mushrooms, of course. Very fun. And some of the flowers in the background. There's our elk or moose, however you want to look at him. And a little bit of that in the tree there from that same set. Another happy banner. This is tassels that I've just kind of colored with some markers. And then you've got your pretty oval kind of picture frames there. This one just has a little the pretty paper and a tag cut out, but this just that little bit of greenery popped on the page. And this one has stamping in the background with those really pretty medallion kind of circles. A couple of bees stamped on this one. Got some leaves here with that same frame. I'm going to call that the nature frame. I like that. It looks very earthy. Wonder and delight on the B page here with those circular doilies. The word joy. Amazing nature. And you can see there's one of the happy banners, but I just kind of put it on the side as a side treatment and added a few leaves on the ends. And you can do that vertically as well. And then we have one more page here with some little leaves and the end with that same type of tag and the topper. Okay. So I hope you like that. That's a really good idea of everything in the collection. But now let's go through and look at some more things, shall we, before we do a little make and take. So this was a cute little cluster that Anita made, and I went ahead and popped it onto one of my gift bags. I have a tutorial for this on YouTube, absolutely free if you want to make these. But I just used my beautiful Bounty paper and Anita's pretty little cluster here using the bird. Take a quick drink, getting dry. Okay, here's another one. Can totally be a Christmas card, right? Season's greetings. Got the tree and the bird and the birdhouse. This one I made, and it uses the Harmonious Hodgepodge paper as a Christmas card. So that can be done for sure. I added a little snow and a little glitter on the tree, on the house, just to kind of dress that up. So that's fun. This one is from Dee, who her handle on her social media is a Little Bird Crafts. So I knew she was going to love these little birds, and she sure did. This is so beautiful. I just love it. She's actually even made a little cut into the bird cage, so it's like a little door. She put one of the little pieces that pops out of the die cut as a handle to the bird cage. Isn't that clever? I just love that. And then, of course, she's got all these beautiful flowers and the Wander tag down at the bottom. Really beautiful. Love that. This is another one from Dee where she was so clever to cut all the way through the card front and have her little bird doing a little peekaboo through the hole on the front of the card, and then use the branch and some different leaves to make that, and then a cluster of flowers all tied together with a bow. Really pretty. And this one I think is also from Dee. Yeah. These two little ATCs. She's just had a really good time with the birds. Can you tell? Really sweet in the birdhouse. And these are from Jacqueline. So she did a really cool silhouette style for these with the birds. So you can always do that. You don't have to use all the pieces and the layers and do all the coloring. You can get a really cool effect by just using the silhouette. These give me Halloween vibes a little bit. So super nice. She's done some mixed media on there. That's very cool. And she used the oval and the doily stamp in the background there just softly. Super nice. And this, look at this, beautiful. This is Mariana, I believe. Yes, this is from Mariana. And she's got a lot of wonderful things going on here. She's got definitely the birds. She's got some torn paper back there, some texture. She's got the flowers from a different set. And she's stamped peaceful and happy in nature. And I see the nature definition is stamped here and there on this big, beautiful card. Really, really pretty. This got turned around on us. Let's flip that back around because that red side's a lot prettier. Really, really pretty. And then she did a little something on the inside with her little extras. So nice. And then this one is from Marha. A nice, it's almost like a 6x6, I believe, card. Really big, beautiful card. definitely showcase that banner beautifully, a happy banner. So she used two different things, the regular pennant style banner, but then she popped the little hearts on the front of that, which I love. I think that's wonderful. Her little bird, her bird house, beautiful. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna have to put some things on the floor just to make some more room up here. Okay, so now we have a sample from Jackie Jasper, and I've got more from Jackie that I'm going to show you in a minute. But Jackie is the queen of the clean and simple, really sweet cards, and I love this because she's used that texture stamp on the back. She's got the frame, she's got the bear, really soft. This is looks like a metallic kind of cardstock that she's layered up a couple times. Really sweet card. This one is from Anita. I mean, for outdoor stuff, this is wonderful, right? For the outdoors lover, a male style, masculine, I should say, card theme. This would be great. This one is from Mariana as well. Season's greetings. She's got the deer there. She's got some little snowy balls on the trees, on the branch. Really sweet. Did a little extra on the inside with the mushrooms. I think that's super fun. And these are from, I think, Jacqueline. Yes, because she's the ATC queen, right? Look at these. I think they're just beautiful what she's done here. Added a little snow. She shaded these beautifully. Made him into a polar bear. I just love it. So pretty. This one is also from Jacqueline. It's a big planner page, but it's got the shaker element in there with that frame. And she's used some really pretty sparkly blue sequins back there, a little bit of white splatter. There's snow everywhere. Really, really nice. And she certainly utilized the texture stamps in the background here just wonderfully. It looks like embossed white and then inking over it. Really pretty. And then this one is from Marha. And again, with the beautiful trees, season's greetings, got the bear there in the frame. Really, really pretty. I can't say enough. They're all so good. Okay, now we've got some of those flowers and those doilies. So I think this is Jacqueline again, right? So again, with the texture in the background, she's great with the whole mixed media thing. We got the little butterflies there, the florals. She's done some coloring with lighter color on dark back here. There's all kinds of texture, there's glitter, all kinds of wonderful things. And then, of course, our two really pretty stamped doily ovals there. So that's a beautiful planner page. I'm lucky to have that. This one is from Marha, so she's combined some Harmonious Hodgepodge paper, that big butterfly that's on that one page. But then she's got the ball jar, and she's got all the flowers and the leaves coming out. She's got one of our wavy borders from last time. Really pretty card. This is from Anita, and again, with the coloring, she's so good. You can make those flowers into any kind of flower that you want, and then she's used the nature stamp all around to kind of accent that background. This would be great. Popped right onto a card. Another one by Anita. She's used the ball jar beautifully there with the flowers coming out. I just love the way she colors her flowers. And then Heartfelt and Loved. She's got a little October tab in there. Really nice. A little bit of stamping in the background with that nature definition. This one is from Marha, again, with the beautiful coloring. She's got the bird there. She's got the fold over tab. She's got little flowers. And all her 6 squares have the definition of nature stamped in it. Big, beautiful card. I would say this is probably 5 by 7. And then this one is from me. I was just looking to see if I did anything inside. I did. A little bit of stamping on the inside. But the front kind of showcases the happy banners, and I used the background stamp, like the background texture stamp there, to make little polka dots on my pennants. You're amazing from the Everyday Words 4. And then you can see I also just die cut the jar. You can do this, right? So you can stamp it and die cut it, or you can just die cut the jar. And I use the texture stamp to mimic sort of a cracked glass look. But then I did use just the top that is stamped, like the top of the jar, the lid that screws on and off. I stamped and die cut that and put it on top. We got a little twine on there, and of course the colored flowers. So that's a fun regular A2 card. And another A2 card. This is from Dee again, A Little Bird Crafts. And she puts on the back here, white stays on acetate, and then blue Copic on vellum for a water effect. Kind of a blue glass effect back there. Really sweet. She's got the oval and the word delight. Super nice. Okay, let's see what else we have here. So I did two different versions of Christmas cards. I did use Angelica's paper for this and my older die from last year with the holly. But I turned those circle medallion stamps into ornaments, and I also use the circle doily die cuts as part of these as well. So they are embossed in gold as far as the medallion part, and then paper cut out for the rest, and then gold cardstock. And I stole a little topper from an ornament die, I think from Esther or maybe Yosette. And then the word peace on there. I don't think I did the inside. Yeah, I did a little bit. So there's that one. And then just the same design, just different paper. So you have a blue and silver look to this one and a little bit of white and the word joy instead. So those are fun. And then to showcase those medallions even more, this is a really fun little, like a slimline card from Anita. And these are kind of dangling in the front here, but she has colored in all those little spaces and details with, I can only imagine, must have been a water-based marker. I did mine with alcohol ink on this particular card, and I feel like that did okay, but it wanted to spread in those tiny little spaces, so you have to be a little bit careful when you're coloring those in, but it can be done. And then I did the red circular doily, and this is from Anita right here, this colored layered strawberry panel from that one stamp set, but I just popped it onto a card that I had and made it into a happy birthday card. All right, now finally, I just wanted to show you with that one particular die set, this is going to be my planner for 2025. So I just wanted you to see how pretty that looks when you use those tab dies and you use that coordinating stamp set with all those months for the year. My planner pages are kind of a mix of Beautiful Bounty and some of the Harmonious Hodgepodge. So those will come into play when I'm doing my memory keeping for 2025. Okay, so let's do a little make and take kind of project. Not a make and take, really, a demo. A little demo. I've got it all ready to go here. We're just going to do a little A2 card, which I have kind of prepped and ready. This is from Harmonious Hodgepodge, but it's perfect because it's ferns and earthy. And this is also, and I popped that little moth on there on the inside. So the card base is brown to go with what we're going to do here. And you can see I have a lot of stuff colored already. But I will do one of the mushrooms and we'll do this tree trunk dissection together. So I've got some alcohol markers over here ready to go, my Olos. We're going to color that one to match these two. And it's so fun to play around with different combinations of colors and whatnot. So I'm going to take this lighter kind of tan color and just color the stump. Come up into there. And I think I'll use this. I don't really remember all the colors that I use. So let's see. Yep, this will be kind of here, I think. There are some little score lines where I'm coloring right now, like the gills, let's say, of the mushroom. So that's helpful to show you where you need to color. And then this will go on top of here. So we are kind of done with that part already. So here I'm going to take my lighter color first, which I believe, I think it was the same one that I started with on that one. And there are little score marks in here too to help you color and guide you. They're like these little wavy things. And I'm doing this very quickly, but You get the gist. 2.5 on the orange. I think that's that next color. So I would come in with that next. You could just ink this if you didn't want to color. You saw some people made them into those, forget what the name of them is off the top of my head, those red mushrooms with the white spots that are deadly if you eat them. Some people did that. That was very nice. Okay, and then we've got 2.7 for the top here. And you could blend this, but I'm just doing like different colored sections like that. And then I just need to ink it to put it together. And I'll just use some vintage photo. Any brown will do. Okay. And then I'll do a little bit on the stem here and around this bottom edge. Okay, get that on there. I hope everybody has enjoyed this little peek and you're excited to create with it. I know that I feel good about a collection when I'm really, really enjoying making samples of my own. And I had to make extra ones to send off for promotion. And it wasn't hard, you know, I just had a great time doing it. Just whipping up all different ideas. All right, so now we have 3 mushrooms and we need to do our cross section of our tree. So I think what I'll do here is stick with vintage photo, do a little inking around those edges, of course. And you see we have all those little, do you see it? All those little score lines. So you definitely want to get a little bit of ink on there as well. I'm going to switch over to maybe a little bit lighter. This is probably frayed burlap I have here. Just to give you an idea of how those lines kind of pop when you get a little color on the front. Whoops. Okay, looks good. And then we'll continue with our layers. There's 3 layers to this one, and you can use them in different ways. And gosh, I don't want to forget to show you those other samples, the photos. I almost forgot as I'm launching into this demo. So let's make sure we do that for sure. Because my team worked very hard to make beautiful, beautiful things. Now, there's no magical science behind putting this together, but I do have a little arrow drawn on each once I decide how I want them to line up. These 2 layers do line up pretty nicely. There's a identical little notch there and all that, so that's easy. The innermost one is not really supposed to be a perfect match, so you can really put that one on any way you want, as you'll see in just a minute. But this would go in the middle, and then I did a little arrow on this one where I want it as well. Okay, so that can go there. This is fun to use in so many different ways. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this. I don't want to forget my team and these other samples that we have, so I'm going to come back to this, let this dry, and I'm going to show you what we've got here. First, I want to show you a card, another card from Jackie Jasper, where she's used one of the happy banners. And again, the clean and simple, that's her signature design style, and I love it with the bird there. Another one from Jackie. Look at, I just love this one too, with the 2 birds facing each other and the heart cut out of the house like that. And she used the word sweet, which has the matching die. And then this one, very non-traditional colors of pink and lavender, and there's gold, sort of a champagne looking color for the deer and the season's greetings, and it looks like maybe the moon back there. Really, really pretty. And then we go over to Rihanna. Look at this masterpiece she has created with so many of the dies and stamps. It's just in the texture in the background of that larger piece there. The mushrooms, the stumps, the trees, all the fall colors. It's just a feast for the eyes. And you can see in this sample, it's a little close-up look, just the detail and the dimension and just everything about it. I love it. This is also from Rihanna. She made, like we're working with, she used the cross section of the tree stump to make just some little round like clusters you could put into your planner or onto a card front. Super sweet. And then this is a fun card where she's used quite a few of those background textures as well as some of the other stamps there. And she also used the tree stump again for where she's got those red flowers. Super pretty. And another beautiful one from Rihanna, Happy in Nature, and she's got the flowers colored in blue, and she gives everything a very vintage look in the background there, and she's done the nature definition stamp. Okay, and here's a really sweet one from Lizana. She's used the bird and the tree cross section, the tab which the bird is sitting on, which is very clever, stamped with nature. And here's a little closer look at her bird. It looks like it's either colored or embossed. It's got a little shimmer to it, so I'm not 100% sure, but really, really nicely done. Also from Lizana, this is like a wall hanging, you guys. You can't really tell from this picture, but I'll show you in a minute, where she's used the frame, but she's stacked it up in a way to make it almost into like a shadow box treatment. And she's got a little ledge there and the word seasons. So you can see from this angle how much dimension there is to this one. And I just love it. She's got the deer kind of in the front and a tree and the bear and all that. Really cool. And then another sweet one where she took the bird cage and she did it 2 times and kind of fluffed it up. So it's got a little bit of a dimension to it. And then she's got the little butterflies kind of tucked in there. Okay, then we have Teresa from Portugal that made this beautiful tall tag, a whole different color combination. I love how she's mirrored the flower stamp up and down like that to make it a nice pretty tall card with all those pinks and golds. And then another one, a little shift in style for Teresa. This is more fall-like. So she's just kind of used all those leaves, some of that background texture, the peace and love, and of course the fussy cut chipmunk from Beautiful Bounty paper. And then this looks like a couple of, oh, it's a little journal. That's what it is because it says journal right on the front. She used the ball jar and the flowers and the tabs with the months. Sweet. And then a really clean, classic idea, just a white tag with black stamping of those really detailed images. I just love that. And then finally, Cindy mailed me samples, but they aren't due to arrive until tonight. So fortunately, we also had pictures. And so Cindy made this really sweet card with the mushrooms and the cross section of the tree and natural beauty. And then this is a cute little like note holder, I believe. So sweet little flower, sweet little bird on the front, and the circle doily. But then it opens out to this, which is really cute. It's got a little pocket there, and that opens out to that. And there you see you have little note cards in the pockets, but you also have a stapled little notepad in that top panel. So really, really super good, sweet samples from the team. So thank you, team. You're amazing. Okay, so we're going to get back to my little card, finish it up, and then we will be done. We are about 45 minutes in, so we're doing okay. All right, so I have a little plan. I've just colored all these things with my Olo markers and kind of made little funny flowers out of that one. I've got another one over here, and then all these leaves have been colored as well. So let's start with, I think, this guy. And I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive in the center because I want to tuck some things behind it. So I'm not going to go all the way out to the edge, but I'm going to get an ample amount of glue in that center for now. And I think I want to put this kind of down here in the lower right corner a little. Okay, and then I'm looking at my picture on the wall because I did sort of a little quick layout up there. So we can snip this one so we don't have to worry about getting it all the way under there. So we'll get a mushroom in there. This is that large one that you saw me color. And then we'll take a little medium one. Maybe we'll put that up a little higher. Let's see if we can. We have to trim that down a little bit as well. Okay, this one we will stick up here, straight up and down. And this card could be for, you know, a guy. It could be for the nature lover in your life, like myself. Of course, a planner page would be great with something like this on it. I think I'm gonna come down a little further with that one, like that. My glue press is not cooperating. There we go. Okay, so we can put a little leaf maybe down here. Why not? So you're basically just watching me play and build and have fun here. I hope that you find this is a fun release as well. I'm going to tuck that one underneath, and then we'll put this little guy, I think, on the front. Okay, we got to get our deer in there, but I don't want to wait too long. We could pop him up, but I feel like I might put some things in front of him, so I'm not going to pop him up. We'll just get him on there. And as you saw in some of the samples, you can definitely add the little spots on the little fawn. Someone did it on the bigger guy here. It's yours to do with as you wish. So that's what it's all about, just playing and having fun. Okay, what else we got here? I'm gonna cover that up. We've got some pretty flowers. I think I want to put some of those up here. I'm always happy to have things in the die and stamp collections that you can color in, because that really is where all the creative options come into play. You know, it's not dictated for you what you have to do with it. It leaves it open for you to do as you wish, which I always like. All right, so we'll get that one up there. Good. Now we've got this big guy. We don't want to put too much stuff, but I think it's going to be good to get a little something over here to balance out that guy. Maybe I'll save that for the inside. I kind of like this. Or this. Well, I'll keep it simple. And I will put this behind this. Okay. See, I'm making decisions on the fly. Sometimes you change. I have a plan up there, but I'm looking at it thinking, maybe don't need all that on there. It's hard to stop though, because it's really fun. So we'll just kind of put that one there. And we'll pop this one on next. Okay. This one here. These take a second to grab, and I'm not taking my time, so they want to pop up, but you're getting the idea. Okay, what else can we put? We've got these guys we could add, kind of coming from back there. And this guy, maybe here. Why not? That just needs a little line of glue because I've already kind of shaped it, so it's kind of cupped. bit. Okay. And then I've got these leaves. Oh, we've got some more greenery. Let's see, maybe we'll do a little, maybe it's getting to be too much. You tell me if you like it. The more the better, in my opinion, but that's how I like it. Okay, maybe we'll take one of these little guys. No, I think I'm going to take this guy. Kind of come down with it. Yeah, I think that'll be good. We'll do that. Just coming from that same place. And then I feel like we could just add some leaves for color down here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, one of these maybe, or this little guy. Yeah, that'd be cute. And then we've got one of these we could put up top to kind of match that if we like. And maybe that guy. I like it there. Okay. It's fun to just kind of play and experiment. I'm going to stick that back there. And I've got two more of these, but I don't think I need them. I'm looking at where I put them over there. I mean, you could put another one there, and you could put another one there. That's not too bad. Or you could put one down here. Maybe we need more down here. Nope. We'll do one here. And this last guy, put over here. Now I do have this left, but oh, maybe that could go down there. Is that too much, you guys? Too much? I like it there. And then I'll trim off the extra. All right. Hope you like that idea. That's what we're going to do. All right, so we'll get that on there, and I think we'll call it done. Give that a press for a second before I trim off that extra. Okay, I think we can do it. Cute. All right, let me move my little mat here. And there we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet little card, right? You could do so much more if you wanted to. You could splatter this thing in the Katie style, Katie Porcina style. That would be very lovely as well. So that is it for me today. Let me get to my little thank you screen here, my little circle. So that's it. That's everything in the Whispers of Nature collection. I hope you like this release. I hope you run out and get it and have a lot of fun. It's a good everyday elements year-round release. So I hope you get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Take care, and I'll see you next time.